Hey fellas, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Mbali Murage. I really do hope you love it here and decide to stay. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, love. So today I'm doing a story time about how I got dribbled and how I became a stepmother at 18. Yo, Nate, I even have something strong for this one because, child, it's about to get real messy.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch. I do it all and I'm around.
So just to give you a backstory of how this thing began, I'm not sure if some of you are aware, but I think some of you are. After matric, I matriculated when I was 17. So after matric, I took a gap year. I wanted to and I didn't want to at the same time because I didn't have my finances right, and also I didn't know what I wanted to study. So taking a gap year was the best decision. So in that gap year, I decided to look for employment because I needed money. So I looked for employment. I found a job at a call center, and this is where I met this man, right? So he was the one that was giving me training, and during our training we got like really close, and he looked good. I don't want to lie to you and say he looked really good. He was good on the eye, easy on the eye. Yeah, and he was like, yellow bone, did ikati, he had tattoos, and I was really fascinated about tattoos then. I still am, but yeah, he had that, and he was like muscular, tall, so that kind of vibe. And you know what, because he looked like that, I was bound to fall into the trap. Okay, so yeah, I get fine. We got close over the training and stuff, and then I was taken permanent, I think, after a month. So yeah, we just began getting closer and closer, and because call center, like, the job is demanding, the job is very demanding, so we make friends amongst each other. So there was this one time we decided to go out as colleagues, like a night out. It was like my first big girl night out. Yeah, so it wasn't really an outing as if I can say that, but one of our colleagues, her man invited us, my colleagues, while the lady, to a surprise engagement party, right? So, and obviously we had to honor the invite, and we went out, and while we were there, obviously there's alcohol and stuff, and then that's when we started just being really close, like cozy. We started touching, we started kissing here and there, but it didn't go any further than that. So yeah, and then later on I went home, because I had work the next day early in the morning, even though he tried to get me to go home with him, but I was like, not happening. So yeah, and then the next day we actually spoke about what happened the night before, and we confessed our feelings for each other. So yeah, that day of us confessing our feelings for each other was the start of a lot of things. So we started seeing each other more. Even like at home, they knew now that I have a boyfriend, and I think they let me because I had just finished matric and I did well in my matric, and I was working now. So like my parents were really proud of me. We're like proud with yo so my parents are really proud. So I think they just let me off the hook a little bit with dating, even though they didn't like the guy, but that was not gonna stop me from seeing him. And I'm not gonna lie and say the relationship, like, he was bad, he was this. No, this guy was actually very loving, he was very funny, he treated me right, he treated me how I wanted to be treated. He did things for me too. I remember this one time, the first time I actually went to his place for the night. He invited me over, né? I did not say I want to come to your place. No, I did not say that. And I get that we work the same job, so we earn the same, you know. But okay, fine. He invited me over and I went to his place, and then he had like a doggy bag, yeah, well, and then he's like, this is our food. No, he actually said, here's food, okay? So, and he said he's coming back, he's going to drop off his friend, blah blah blah. I don't remember what he was going to do, but anyway, I opened the doggy bag and I found a quarter piece of chicken and chips. That was it, right? So I thought, okay, so this is food for me to eat. Guys, I ate the food, I ate everything, I didn't leave. Yeah, so I ate the food, get fine, everything is cool. I change, I wear my pajamas, I'm sitting, I'm watching TV, and he comes back and he's like, okay, did you eat? I'm like, yeah, I ate, thank you. And it's like, okay, where's the rest of the food? Where's the rest of the food? What do you mean? He's like, we were supposed to share that. I'm like, huh? Guys, we were supposed to share a quarter chicken and small chips. You know those small chips from Steers? It was that quarter chicken and small chips from Steers. I was like, we were supposed to share that. Are you serious? Like, yeah. How can you eat all of that food? You're so selfish. Like, I was shocked beyond repair. I'm like, hey, bro, this is such a cheap meal. Like, you could have told me, Guti, you thought we were gonna share this. I was gonna buy something. I was gonna buy wine for myself, and then when I was like, whatever you bought there, and it's like, yeah, and it was like, to me, I'm saying that because I talk from a place of comfort because I'm a cheese girl and I don't have responsibilities and okay, I'm shocked. Oh, cheese girl, like where does this all enter? Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? I only said he could have told me what he doesn't have money. I would have bought something for myself to eat. That like that's literally what I said. I'm as Gucci's girl went in, but like I was like, okay, this is kind of a red flag for me. Like, you're gonna complain over a how much was it that time? I think 35 rand on if not 40 rand. Amelia 40 rand, you're just going to complain over that. I'm like, okay. So that was the first red flag. But to me, it was pink. It was not a red flag, it was pink. Okay. So yeah. Mind you, we hid our relationship from our colleagues because we just didn't want people in our business and stuff like that. Yeah, well, but people were suspecting us being together because I mean it was pretty obvious. He picks me up from home to work, we go together, from work to home, like that type of thing. I cook and I bring him lunch, we have lunch together. So it was just pretty obvious. And when other men at work would to talk to me, he would like get really pissed off, get like super pissed off. None of that was wrong in my eyes, guys. I loved all of that. Being young and naive. Hate the relationship up until we just couldn't, and it was public, it was there. And I remember this one time, the lady, we went to her surprise engagement party. She was like, yo, if you guys were to have a child, the child would be so good looking because I mean Mbalish is so beautiful, and SpongeBob is also good looking, so I can just imagine the combination about that's all I did. I was like because I'm 18. What am I going to do with a child? But I still have my whole life ahead of me. Okay. And I was like, I don't want to have a child right now, I'm still young. She's like, okay, I understand, Vele. So you guys are gonna raise the one that's already there. Man, the one that's already there. Because I don't have a child. And she also said, hey, Pella, abantwana baka SpongeBob, that's what I'm gonna call the guy, SpongeBob, okay? Pella, SpongeBob's kids really look like him, so chances are if you have a child with him, they're gonna look like SpongeBob. I mean, stupid fool. I'm the fool. Clearly, I'm the fool. Like, I'm the one that doesn't know what's going on. Like, okay. And I looked at SpongeBob, and he looked at me, and he just smiled. That's all he did. He just smiled. Inside I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, what's going on? I need answers. I need answers. Like, I need answers, you know. So I couldn't even hold myself. During lunch I asked him, what kind of talk is this? What's going on? Talk. And I was like to him, explain, you know. And it was like, yeah, I do have a son. He's 3 years old. And I was like, and you forgot to tell me this? You like, he's like, yeah, I did forget to tell you this. How, hey, but how do you forget to tell someone that you have a child? Like, how? How? I don't understand. How do you forget that? Because me, now, personally, you will know in our first conversation, us just having our very first conversation, you'll know that I have a child, but he forgot to tell me that he has a child. And guys, I was only 18. I didn't have a child. I didn't want someone with a child. I just didn't want stress. I'm young. I just want to live life. You know, I just finished school and I'm earning my own money. Like, yo. And guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying dating someone with a child is stressful or anything like that. It was just a preference for me. People have different preferences. Some people prefer to date people with money. Some people prefer to date petite women. Some people prefer to date thick women. Some people prefer to date tall men. I preferred not dating someone with a child. Not dating someone with a child because I was still young. I didn't want to be a stepmother, or maybe even if I was not going to be a stepmother, but I just didn't want someone with a child. I wanted to have a child with someone that also did not have a child, you know. So I want my first baby to be your first baby, and that's what I did. I guess so. SpongeBob managed to state his case, and I stayed because I was like, this is what I told myself. I was like, you know what, this happened before it happened before I knew him, so it doesn't really matter, you know, that's his child. Well, yeah, okay, that was that. A few weeks go by and I started asking about the child. I was like, okay, so what are the dynamics between you and your baby mama? And he's like, we don't have any contact because she doesn't want me to see the child. I'm like, okay, why doesn't she want you to see the child? He's like, I don't know, she has issues, maybe she still wants me, stuff like that. Okay. And I was like, okay, do you support the child? No, he does not support the child. Ish. So yeah, that was like an issue for me, and we had a big fight over that. I was not happy with the fact that he is living his life and he's not supporting his son. You know, he even changed a car in those few months that we've been dating. He changed his car, got a new one, but he's not supporting his son. He's living his life, you know, and yeah, that was really a no for me. Hey, but he told me off. He told me that I'm gonna stay out of his business because this is not my son, this is his son and his problem, so I must just stay out of it. And I was like, they told me where to get off. But yeah, but Oksana and I also told him that he's a deadbeat, you know. But yeah, so time went by, and mind you, we were dating there, but we were not sexually active because, you know, I was really just saving myself, really saving myself. I feel like I didn't trust him that much. Hey, I'm gonna need to drink for this one. Okay, so this one time I'm at his place. I'm just cooking. Yeah, well, I'm cooking. His phone was next to me. It was playing music. Yeah, well, so a message comes in, and yeah, okay, this message reads, I had to see, I had to look, okay, because my eyes don't have lids. So I checked the message. The message says, the baby is growing well and I'm due soon. I'm due kanjani because his son is 3. I'm juga Jani, like I don't get it. What's going on? While I'm still trying to process that I'm Jew, another one comes in and the message reads, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, I don't know if like my soul left my body or my body left my soul or they left each other. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I took the phone, went through it, checked for things. Aibo, guys, Linda, they've been having, I don't know, a relationship or what with this lady. I don't know if I was the one that was being used to cheat on her or she was being used to cheat on me. I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. Another thing is that I have been trying to help him to reunite with his son and do right by the baby mama. So I was helping him with the whole thing, Guti, like abegate, so he can just be good with his son, because it just wasn't right with me. You know, I just couldn't live with myself. You know, so him and his son were getting to a good relationship where the son would visit on weekends and stuff like that, and sometimes I would be there playing stepmama, you know. But he was a cute boy, Shay, man. He was really cute. And okay, so I went through his phone and I found that there's another girl too. So there's 3 of us now. So there is 3 of us now. It's the one that's due in 2 weeks. It's me. It's this other one. And I'm boiling. Like, I am boiling. Literally, I'm boiling. I'm going crazy. I can feel myself. Yo, like, I didn't know what to do. I was just there thinking, what should I do now? Should I burn his house down? Should I break his windows? Should I pack my stuff, like those little things that I came with, and leave? And I'm thinking, like, after so much I've done for this guy, trying to reunite him with his son, helping him out with money when he didn't have money, like things that I wouldn't do on a normal day for a guy, I did them for this one. Yo, and I was just like, you know what, he needs to come and explain. He comes back 3 hours later. I was sitting on the floor. I even burned the food because I was just literally sitting flat down on the floor, crying my eyes out, you know. And as soon as he walked in, I took his phone and I threw it. Hey guys, yeah, so when he got there, tried explaining, and I was there like, why are you guys so, why are you doing this to me? Oh my gosh, thinking about it, yo, it makes me cringe, because why was I so stupid? Why? And guys, I was really in love. That's what I thought, you know. I thought I was like really in love. I loved him so much. I felt like I couldn't breathe without him. Oh, stupid. But yeah, he managed to get himself out of the situation, and I stayed, guys. I stayed, and I was like, you know what, we'll get through this with my man, because this is my man, you know. This is my man. We're gonna get through this. I stayed, yo, knowing that there's another child coming in the next a week or so, because I forgave him after a week. Can you believe that SpongeBob even asked me for money to go and buy things for his newborn baby? Hey, but this time I was not stupid enough to give him money to do that, you know. So I was like, nah, you crazy, find someone else to help you, because I am not going to help you. I'm not going to help you, you know. And yeah, so time went by. Vele, she gave birth after a week, and I was just really getting depressed. Like, I was falling into depression. And his another excuse he used as to why he got that lady pregnant while we were still dating is because Mina, I wasn't sleeping with him, so he had to, you know, do what he did, because Mina, I was not giving it up. And I bought that. So he He did everything right. He loved me the way I wanted to be loved again. He was doing right, guys, and I didn't even notice that he was cheating because I think the guy was an expert, because I didn't notice he still did the same things he did when we started dating till date, you know. Yeah, so okay, I stayed, and then we continued dating. So now I was a stepmother to 2 kids. I'm 18. 4 months later, his sister is like, why Uzenza so? Why are you doing this to yourself? You know, I'm just on a random day, and I'm like, I don't understand. She's like, Umuhle Mbali, why Uzenza so? And she was like, you're young, you're beautiful, you're smart, you still have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you staying with my brother? I love my brother, but why are you still staying with SpongeBob when he does you so dirty? You know, I would love for you to be my sister-in-law, but you'll die young when you're still with this man, you know. And I heard what she was saying. But my heart was like, I'm gonna stay with my man through thick and thin, you know. And she's like, do you know that there's another child that's coming? There's another child that's on the way. I'm like, Anna, the other one has given birth, so it's 2 kids. I said, no, there's a third one that's coming in. Yo, how? And I thought, you know what? There's no way this man would do this to me. I mean, he said he wouldn't do it, you know. But yeah, and this time I was actually calm. You know, I was actually calm, and I didn't cry. I didn't even cry. I asked him about it, and he convinced me that it was my fault that all of this was happening, because I was not giving it to him, you know. So, you know, he has to find ways to release himself and stuff. And I was convinced that it was me. So yeah, I stayed. I stayed for about 2 weeks, up until my no. It's like I started boiling with, no, I'm not the problem. He is the problem. There is nothing wrong with me. You know, he is the problem. Hey, all hell broke loose. But yeah, I went crazy after the realization that uyena orongo acrimony. I went crazy. I lost all my marbles, to the point where I punctured all his car tires. I took a bat and I hit his windscreen. Yo, that is totally out of character for me. That is like totally out of character. But you know, there's something about what a heartbreak does to you. It makes you do questionable things that you wouldn't normally do. Like, that was not me. That's not something I would normally do on a random day. Just go crazy. So I went really crazy. So obviously after that we broke up, and that's when I started dealing with like real heartbreak. Plus I was working in a very toxic environment, and mind you, we worked together, so you can imagine how that was really difficult for me. Now it's just, you go to work, like I'm so used to being picked up and stuff, and that's no more happening. You're not getting all those messages, those good night messages, those I love you messages, those, you know, those kind of things. You're not getting them back. I was really experiencing loneliness, but I'm just really thankful to my friends, because they were there for me. They held it down for me, you know. But yeah, I even had to leave the job. And I didn't only leave the job because of the heartbreak. No, I also left the job because it was really toxic for me, and I was going back to school. So it took me a really long time to actually get myself back up again, because now I felt really insecure. I felt like I'm not good enough, you know. So I was dealing with a lot of things, plus with this toxic work environment, and I'm studying tertiary. It was a lot. It was really a lot. So yeah, that was my last heartbreak, and it really rocked me. Like, yeah, it had me so much. So yeah, we have come to the end of this horrifying story time, and I really just hope I help someone out there not to fall victim to such things and not to be made a popeye, a fool, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.